Hello friends, welcome to Kamat Astrology, and today we will cover one different topic. This is not related to astrology directly, but in this topic we will try to understand the essence of what we actually are. That is, what exactly is consciousness. Om Guru Devai Namah. So let me narrate to you a short story. The story is of a sage called Udalak and his son Shvetaketu. So Shvetaketu was the only son of sage Udalak, and sage Udalak loved his son dearly. So in his childhood, sage Udalak taught many things to his son, and when he grew up, he thought that his son should go to another guru and learn different things and then come back to him. So at the age of 12, Shvetaketu was sent to a guru in a distant city. Shvetaketu studied under the guidance of that guru for 12 years, and within 12 years he gained different types of knowledges related to the Shastras, Dharma, Vedas, etc. Okay, and Shvetaketu had become very proficient in these sciences. Shvetaketu was so proficient in the Vedas that he could recite almost any stotra, any verse from the Vedas, and it was at the tip of his tongue. And with such knowledge came extreme pride. So at the age of 24, Shvetaketu returned back to his father, and his father was greatly pleased to see his son again. The son fell at the feet of his father and asked for his blessings. The father was glad to bless his son. But over a period, the father saw that Shvetaketu's behavior had changed greatly. The way he walked, the way he spoke, the way he responded to people was very different from what it was when he was a child. And his father observed that Shvetaketu had developed a sense of pride, a sense of arrogance about his knowledge. And the father realized that his son is not going on the right path, because the more you learn, the more you realize that you don't know things. Okay? And that should actually make you more humble. It should bring in you humility. But here, what was happening was the exact reverse. Shvetaketu was getting more and more proud day by day about his knowledge. And his father now realized that if he did not do something, then his son would definitely suffer in life. Because a fool is highly ignorant, okay, and only a fool is very proud and thinks that he knows everything. The really knowledgeable person is actually very humble. When you look at him, you will not even know that he has so much knowledge. Okay, and so that humbleness was missing in Shvetaketu, and that made his father extremely worried. So one day, the father took his son to the banks of a river, and he casually spoke to his son. He asked him what his guru had taught him, and the son told him about the various Vedas, Shastras, etc., which he had learnt. But then Rishi Udalak asked his son, "Has your guru taught you that, knowing which you need not know anything more? That which is the essence of everything, that which you are." Shvetaketu was surprised by this statement because his guru had never taught him anything like that. And he told his father that although I know all the Shastras, I know all the Vedas, but I don't know what you are speaking about. Rishi Udalak then brought a mound of clay, okay, and he showed it to Shvetaketu. And he told him, "What is this?" Shvetaketu said, "This is nothing but clay." Then he showed him a pot on his left side and asked him, "What is this?" Shvetaketu said, "This is a pot." Then he showed him another jar And Shvetaketu again said, "This is a jar." But Rishi Udalak said, "Your answer, thou correct, is actually incorrect." So Shvetaketu said, "Father, I am confused. On one side, you are saying my answer is correct, and on the other side, you are saying the same answer is incorrect. So now I am totally confused. What do you mean to say?" Rishi Udalak then looked at the pot and asked his son, "Is this actually a pot or is it more of a clay?" Shvetaketu thought for a while. He said, "Father, the pot is definitely made out of clay, so it is more of clay." So Rishi Udalak then told his son that it is the clay which gets molded into different forms. The same clay can be molded to form a pot. The same clay can be molded to form a jar. The same clay can be transformed into pots of different varieties, of different sizes, of different beautifications. But the essence of all these pots is nothing but clay. Without clay, the pot is not there. But without the pot, the clay will still always be there. So, in a similar way, all the creation that we see around us, all the different human beings, all the different animals, all the different birds, okay, they are made from the same essence, that is consciousness or Brahman. Okay, so Brahman is the supreme consciousness, and all these forms that we see around us, all these life forms, all these inanimate forms, they all come from the supreme Brahman. And this supreme Brahman is thus similar to the clay from which all the pots are made. So in reality, you are nothing but a manifestation of the supreme consciousness. So whenever you ask a saint, what do you see around you? He says, मुझे चारों तरफ ईश्वर दिख रहा है. What does that mean? He is seeing God manifested in different forms as human beings, as birds, as animals. That is, he sees God in everything, and therefore he is aware that the essence of everything is nothing but the supreme consciousness. Just as the essence of all pots, all jars is nothing but that clay. Now what happens when the pot breaks? Okay, when the pot breaks, it again merges back into the soil or clay. Similarly, what happens when we die? We again merge back into that supreme consciousness, and we become one with that essence from which we are derived. But Shvetaketu still had some confusion in his mind, and so he told his father to further guide him. So his father showed him a tree nearby, and he asked him to get a fruit from that tree. Shvetaketu then climbed the tree and plucked a fruit from that tree and got it to his father. The father then asked him to cut that fruit into small pieces. So when he cut the fruit into small pieces, the fruit had some seeds. The father asked him to further break the seeds into smaller pieces. And as Shvetaketu did that, the seeds became grounded into a powder. The father asked him to further break down that powder. Shvetaketu tried his level best, but at the end there was nothing. Okay? So the knowledge that his father wanted to give him was that the essence of that tree was actually that seed. And what is inside that seed? Inside that seed, there is something due to which that seed, when given water under the soil, okay, transforms into a tree. But what exactly is there inside that seed? Can we see it with our naked eye? No, we cannot see it with our naked eye. Similarly, the supreme consciousness, the supreme Brahman, it cannot be seen with the naked eye because it is beyond the senses, it is beyond perception. Can your both eyes see each other? Is it possible? No, unless you get a mirror in front of you both your eyes cannot see each other. Similarly, this universe is actually a mirror, okay? And it is only when we realize the essence of what we are that we understand that supreme consciousness, and that can be realized through intense state of meditation, through intense state of devotion. Can your eyes see inward? Okay, you can only see what is outside. Okay, you can see the outside world, but you cannot see the inside world through your own eyes, right? Because your senses are directed outwards. It is only through intense meditation, through intense bhakti, through intense devotion that you can experience the essence of what you really are. That is the supreme consciousness that pervades all beings, all living things, all inanimate things, and which resides within your own heart as the eternal God. So, the moral of this story is that the essence of that which I am is nothing but the supreme consciousness, similar to the essence of those pots being the mounds of clay from which it is made. It is this supreme consciousness or eternal Brahman that pervades everything in the universe. Okay? And it is this supreme consciousness that manifests itself in different forms. So you are also a form of that supreme consciousness. I am also a form of that supreme consciousness. Okay? And basically, it is this lack of awareness that makes us ignorant. We all originate from the same source. Okay? We are the same source manifesting in different forms. And at the end of our natural lifespan, we will merge back into that original source from which we came. And therefore, it is said that God is everywhere, God is in everything, and God pervades everything. So, once our lifespan is over, our body dies, okay, and we merge back into that supreme consciousness. So, our individual identity is destroyed, and actually, this identity is nothing but our ignorance. We are, in essence, just that supreme consciousness. We are a part of that supreme consciousness. Just as when the pot is broken, it merges back with the clay. Okay. Similarly, when we die, we merge back into that supreme consciousness. The supreme consciousness is always there. It always remains. It neither has a start nor an end. It was there and it will always be there. And knowing this truth, you need not know anything else. And this is what Rishi Udalak taught his son Shvetaketu. And after gaining this knowledge, Shvetaketu really became a humble person who believed in serving others, who believed in serving mankind. And Shvetaketu also became a great sage. Shvetaketu thus realized from his father that everything that is around us, okay, is actually a manifestation of that supreme being in different forms. And gaining this knowledge, you need not know anything else, because you will see God everywhere, in everything and in everyone. So friends, my contact details are given in this slide. If you liked this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to our channel, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button. To reach out to us, please email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com. You can also reach us through our website astroseva.tripod.com, or by downloading our mobile application Kamath Astrology on Google Play Store. So friends, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon shortly. Till then, bye.